what I want to speak to you ladies about is what you like to watch at Christmas. So as a nation, we spend a lot of time in front of the TV at this time of year. So my question is, what are your favourite Christmas movies, both live action and animated, and why? And what is the worst Christmas movie ever made?
So I didn't think that I liked that many Christmas movies until I went online. I'm just like, oh snap, no, there's a lot of them. So there's a lot. So
there's a lot.
One is the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Like, I really like that one. I think there's just some moments in there that just really warm my heart. Like the little girl who played Matilda, and just when she just realizes and she asks for like a baby for Christmas and a house, and then she gets it all at the end. Like, I love it. I love all of that. I also love Love Actually. Who doesn't like to see white people find love? I
do. Let me scream. Do you know what? I haven't watched both of those films. I've never watched both of those films.
Really?
So I have to be completely honest. I'm the same. I was just smiling and nodding.
You're saying I was like, never, both of them.
Sorry.
Okay, go watch Love Actually, because it's actually a well put together romantic comedy. I think romantic comedy is a very hard genre to really get right, to balance the romance and the comedy, but this film does it well. It has a really good cast, and it's just lots of people in different situations who are kind of linked in various different ways, and it has lots of different stories. So it's not all happy. It's some people who have had loss in their lives, people who are trying to get over things. So it's just really heartwarming. So you guys definitely have to watch it. And I really love Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, just because it's kind of a different sort of Christmas film, but I just love Eddie Murphy. I think he's great. Have you guys seen Trading Places?
No, so now I want to go see that as well. No, I I'm so sorry.
You're the film.
I gave you like.
You're the silly chick. What do you want to do?
Little Miss Movie Review.
Genres. I gave you 3 different genres, 3 different decades.
I'll definitely try to watch the Eddie Murphy one. I'll definitely try to find that.
Love Actually, I think you'd really like that one. But in terms of bad Christmas films, I would probably say some of the ones on Netflix, they release some awful Christmas films every year. And the one that I saw last year that really has to top it was The Royal Baby. There was like The Princess, but The Royal Baby, and Christmas Operation Drop this year. Awful.
No, it wasn't that bad, Sophie. I watched Operation Christmas Drop. It wasn't that bad. It was typical Christmas movie.
It was so awful. I just couldn't bear it. But Netflix has the worst, but I give it to them. They do a lot. But yeah, their Christmas selections are just leave something to be desired.
I'm not really the kind of person that is like excited to watch the same movie every year for Christmas. I recorded Love Actually in like 2017. I was like, I'm finally going to watch this film, and then I just never watched it for so long that I deleted the recording. So maybe I'll record it this year and actually watch it. But in terms of bad Christmas movies though, I remember being in media class, and you know when you get to that time, that you know, the Christmas period where the teachers, like, they cannot be bothered. They're like, all right, it's Christmas, just come into the class, sit down and shut up and watch a film. And because it was media, and like I saw my media teacher as being intelligent. He taught us so much about movies and angles and all these things that I didn't think about. I could name shots and I could write essays. And he put on this film called, he really didn't care. He put on this film called The Town That Cancelled Christmas, which starred, do you remember Friends? Do you remember Ross's baby mom who was like a lesbian? Yeah, it starred her. That's the only person that I recognised in the whole film. But it was just terrible. It was just bad. It was like shot on iPhone, and they didn't even have iPhones when it came out. But it was like, you know what I mean? You look at it, you're like, shot on iPhone, wasn't colour graded, the storyline was a bit dead, and it just made me frustrated because I'm the kind of person that can appreciate bad films, or appreciate, like, there's something to appreciate with anything, you know? Like, I can just get invested in a story, even if it's not the kind of thing that I would choose for myself. But this, I was like, that was weak. I felt like I wasted an hour and a half of my life. That was weak, to be honest. And I'm upset. I'm still mad at my media teacher for doing that to us.
I mean, it must have been bad if you remember it this far into the
you know what I mean?
I don't know if you guys are being too harsh, honestly. Because, guys, Christmas movies, this isn't going to be the best cinematic experience we're ever going to have in our life.
It should be.
No,
it should be, Anissa.
No, but it's not going to have a wildly riveting narrative. We know exactly what we're getting in a Christmas movie. There's going to be an issue. Someone has to save Christmas. Someone's going to fall in love. Fa la 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 la. It's the same story all over again.
Feel good. I'm happy with like a cheap feel good film, but when you're not even hitting that mark, like, come on.
No, I think you just be too harsh. Listen, I've watched my fair share of trashy Christmas films. I will not lie to you. So I can't give you a worse one because they're all kind of meh, okay? But my favourite Christmas films, I've got a few. So my favourite like kind of rom-commy Christmas film is Four Christmases with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn. Like, me and my sister love that. I watch that every single year. It's funny, it's got a lot of rom in it, but it's about Christmas, so love it. I'm a big fan of The Grinch. I like the old school one. I've never watched the animated one. I just kind of like Jim Carrey and his theatrics and all that fun stuff. And there was one more that I also really... I can't remember it now, so maybe it's not important. But Four Christmases and The Grinch are my big thing. But I've actually got a funny story about Love Actually. So, Sophie, I have tried to watch Love Actually 3 times, okay? And I've never got past more than 7 minutes, 28 seconds. And I was specific because I had a manager who really wanted me to watch Love Actually. She was like, you love rom-coms, Anissa, and you love Christmas films. This is your bag. And I said, I don't know, because it's a British film, and this will sound wild, but I can't stand the British accent on film. I know that sounds crazy, but I just cannot. So I was like, I can't because they're British. And she begged me and said it was going to be good. Okay, so I turn it on. The first 2 minutes, I heard another accent that wasn't British, and I presumed it was like Scandinavian, so I had to turn it off. Not because I had any issue with Scandinavian, but I was like, there's too many accents at this point, I can't deal. So I went back to her and said, you didn't tell me there was other accent people in this film. And she was like, what accent was it? I was like, it was a Scandinavian accent. She was like, Scandinavian? I said that we had to go on Netflix. This is literally the middle of our working day. And it was Liam Neeson. She was like, he's not Scandinavian, he's Irish. I was like, girl, that's not what I heard. And then after that, she was like, give it another try. So I gave it another try. We got about 5 minutes in. Then why did I see my man from Bridget Jones, the one that's like a joker, was the politician? I said, this is unbelievable. How am I meant to believe that he's the prime minister? So I had to turn it off. Then I went back again the 3rd time and I got a little further in the movie. And what did they do? They started singing. I said, is this a musical? There's accents and unbelievable characters. I can't watch this. And I turned it off at 7 minutes and 28 seconds and never turned back.
Wow.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that you never watched it or that you were just mixing up actors all in one.
The accents were confusing.
In Pride and Prejudice, my love.
I said Bridget Jones.
Yeah, you did.
I said Bridget Jones. I've never watched Pride and Prejudice, but Bridget Jones. I can't believe that character.
I feel like we just need like a film education on here because
these whack films, Sophie.
The accents are too much for me. I can't take the accents.
Oh my days, guys! England has produced some of the best actors that are out there, but we digress. Something that I really want to see this Christmas is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, the last film that Chadwick Boseman ever made.
Yes, with Viola Davis. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I've not seen
which has been released on Netflix because of coronavirus and the pandemic. And Netflix is actually a really great place to watch films at the moment, and not even just specifically Christmas films, but films that were made this year that couldn't have a wide cinema release, but they still want to be nominated for the Oscar season next year. They've kind of dumped them all onto Netflix. So now is a really great Christmas time. So there's something with like Amy Adams in it and Glenn Close, which will be phenomenal because they're great actresses. But I really want to watch the Chadwick Boseman one because I've heard that it's actually fantastic. No, I think it's called like elderly, something like that, but it'll be easy to find.
I didn't know that film was supposed to be for the cinemas. That just makes me sad. I just thought that when I saw it, I was like, wow, Netflix has got some money to be hiring Viola Davis for a movie, you know what I mean? But I didn't know that it was supposed to be in the cinemas. Like that kind of sucks, but I'm glad they're not waiting, because I'm not mad at this film for waiting, but I'm like very excited to watch it. But you guys know Lin Miranda Manuel, if I said her name in the right order.
No.
Lin. Yeah.
It's either Miranda Manuel or Manuel Miranda.
I'm gonna let that go. But yeah, the one who made Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah, Lin MM. So he made Hamilton, Anissa, and he's like this incredibly talented like writer, actor, musician. And so he wrote that whole musical, and obviously that musical's blown up. But he actually wrote a musical called In the Heights before he made Hamilton. and he's now put that on screen. So one of the actors from Hamilton, he was also in She's Gotta Have It. Have you watched that?
No.
Yep. I've watched the one that he was in, that series.
Yeah. So just this Latino actor basically, who he's also he was in The Heights, and he was in The Heights, the stage production, and from that got casted in Hamilton, and then from Hamilton got casted in the Netflix show, and now he's going to be in The Heights, the musical, the spectacular, the film. And I was so excited to see this film because I love those kinds of musicals. Like, I'm not too fussed on the kind of Disney-esque musicals. I like musicals with a big like chorus with heavy meaning that's gonna like make me feel a lot of things, like Les Mis or something like that. So I was very excited, but they've postponed it all the way until next summer, which I think will come around quicker than we think, but we all kind of thought that this would be ending. I thought lockdown was going to be 3 months max, but come March, which is only a couple of months away, we're going to be in this for a year. So I'm
it's crazy.
I didn't think this was going to end at all. Like, once Boris brought us out, it felt like it was a little bit early. So when he said, everything will be fine by Christmas, I was like, not on your penny. That man cannot tell the truth. He cannot tell the truth. But one thing I love about films at Christmas is, like, my family likes to watch action films. So, like, my 91-year-old uncle, when he comes around, he wants to watch an action film every night. And I'm talking about some serious action films like Taken, The Town, Salt, and I actually took him to see Salt. You guys don't know that?
Oh, you said Salt?
I've never watched
Did you say Salt with Angelina Jolie or Saul?
Yes.
Salt. Okay. Because when you said Saw, I'm like, I don't think that's the right category.
Do you know what?
Horror?
It's still thrillery.
I actually took him to see Us by Jordan Peele in the cinema, like just before he turned 90, and my husband was like, "You're gonna give him a heart attack and he's gonna die," but he actually really enjoyed it, and he was just like, "It's so nice to see black people on the screen," because I don't remember seeing that when I was younger, so it was a very nice experience. But I really love just the tradition of sitting down to watch an action film. So every night he'd be like, "What are we gonna watch?" So we just find something very violent, and then we would use it as a bedtime story for him.
A Netflix film that I've heard about that people keep giving good reviews is Jingle Jangle. It's like a Christmas movie on Netflix. Have you watched it, Sophie? People have told me it's going to make me cry. This is what people have told me.
No, it's not going to make you cry.
Oh,
no.
So I've been misled.
The thing is, Jingle Jangle, I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
And I think the execution in terms of set design, songs, cast has been really good. But I think that it misses a little bit of je ne sais quoi. It just misses a touch of magic, but it's got all the right ingredients. And to be honest, if you're not looking at it from a critical perspective, if you're like, I just want something really fun and enjoyable to watch that has a completely black cast and they can all sing and do amazing things, then I think definitely watch it. But
it's a musical?
Yeah, it is a musical.
Oh, you sold me when you said all black cast and singing. I haven't heard of this.
I really like the all black cast, but singing is where it gets touchy. But okay,
you guys don't like musicals?
I love musicals. Do you like old school musicals? Please tell me you like.
The only musical I like is Hairspray. That is it.
Or Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and things like that.
No, I'm more like so I know, you know, when I said Disney-esque, that's kind of that's what I mean when I say Disney-esque. Like, I don't need like a whole like.
These are the foundations of like current musicals.
I'm more about innovation. I'm more about innovation. Like,
these were
real singers and real actors and real dancers. These were like. Oh, God.
If it makes you feel better, my favourite musical is Hairspray. That's the only musical I like. I love Hairspray. I love Hairspray.
I'm seriously right now.
I watched the original Hairspray and I was so upset.
The one with Ricky Lake?
I think so, but they weren't singing, Anissa.
Oh no! See, I don't really like musicals, but I like Hairspray, and the one that came out, the last one, that bad.
I think I can convince you to like musicals. You just need to
I need
watch
the
right type. Yeah. Because I think there's the certain type of musicals that I don't gravitate towards. They're more about like, oh, let's fall in love and blah blah blah. I'm kind of like, I want to see a revolution, and I want you to sing about it, and I want you to be in like a 5-part harmony. That's what I need.
Did you like West Side Story at least?
Oh yeah, no, West Side Story is hard. That's a great film. That's another
Well,
thing.
they
remade West Side Story, and they put Rita, who won an Oscar for the sister role. You know the song I want to live in America. I want to be in America. You know her? She's been acting for like 50 years and she's incredible. And they've got her in the remake of the film. Yeah. And she was in the original musical and she got nominated for an Oscar for it. Like, I just love that. Make it come full circle. I need it. I'm here for it.
Okay, so let's stop breaking Sophie's heart with our musical.
Please,
with our opinions on musical.